Hello and welcome to my channel, Data3 RC. Thanks for stopping by. This video is part one in a series of videos dedicated to the build of a Team Losi Racing 5B buggy. This series will cover the unboxing of the buggy kit, the unboxing of the parts required to complete the kit. I'm also going to cover the cost of the kit and the parts, and then I'm going to work through the build of the kit. And as we move through that build and we get to the points in the build where these parts are required, I'm going to cover why I chose these parts for this particular kit. Once the buggy's complete, I'm going to talk about radio adjustments. We're going to go over transmitter settings, and I'm going to cover the physical adjustments of servos in the buggy. Then I'm going to go over painting the body. I'm going to cover mixing the fuel. We're going to go into engine braking, and I'll show you some video on that. I'm going to touch lightly on engine tuning. There's an awful lot of information out there already on that topic, so I'm not going to hit that one too hard. Then I'm also going to go over the cost to mix out the fuel and run the buggy. You'll get an idea of what it costs in terms of dollars per tank of fuel in the buggy. Then I'll get some video footage of me running the buggy so you can see what it looks like and how it runs after it's complete. And then all along the way, I'm actually going to be comparing the 5B to the Losi 5T 2.0. I have that vehicle as well, and I really like it. It's a great RC truck, drives really nice, and I think it would be interesting to compare the 5B buggy to the 5T 2.0. All right, without further delay, let's get started. All right, it's time to get into this thing and see what it looks like. Pretty excited about this. I've been waiting quite a while just to see the box, let alone build the car. Just about there. Almost there. There it is. Look at that. What a beauty. All right, before we dig into the box, let's just take a look at the box. So this is obviously the front, some pretty nice artwork right there. And let's take a look at the back. So they talk about the racing chassis, heavy duty brakes, dual steering servo tray, the racing body and wing, aluminum clutch carrier and center diff case, hard anodized aluminum shocks and shock towers, and the one-piece glue style wheels. So pretty nice looking box. All right, let's tear into it and check out what's inside. Opening the treasure chest. Cut the tape. Okay, here we go. All right, first thing we see is the body. Take a look at that. It's quite large. And just to give you an idea of how big that is, we're going to compare that to a 12th scale Tamiya lunchbox. And you can see this is yay big, and this is yay big. Quite a bit larger. So that's pretty cool. We got, these are the chassis side rails. And this is the rear wing. And then the tire nuts. Okay, it's a bag of parts. I don't know what it looks like. There's an air filter in there. And the spark plug protector, some fuel lines. So it looks like engine accessories. Another bag of parts here. Looks like center differential assembly. You can see the spur gear right there. There's a mount right there, some oil. got here? Oh, looks like some suspension parts. We got, looks like hub carriers, suspension arms, right there. Radio tray. So the battery goes in here. Receiver over here. Throttle servo right there. The tool kit. Looks like we got a tire nut wrench and then another wrench that probably fits some suspension parts. Some blue and red Loctite. Allen keys. Looks like some more suspension parts. Looks like fuel tank and front brace, or maybe that's the rear brace. I'm not sure, but fuel tank and other accessories. Looks like the dual servo tray right there. Like shocks. Man, those things are big. Shock oil. Shock oil right there. Springs over here. Shock bodies. Tires. Man, look at these things are gigantic. Just to give you a picture of scale again, I've got a little 12 scale tire here. This is off of a Tamiya lunchbox, which is a monster truck, which is this guy right here compared to a 5th scale. So quite a bit bigger. Chassis. This is quite large, doesn't even hardly fit in the frame here. All aluminum. And just to give you an idea, here's a chassis off of a 12 scale monster truck. You can see dramatically smaller, just to give you again once again a feel for the size of a 5th scale versus a little 12 scale or a 10 scale electric. And it looks like instruction manual, sticker kit, window tape offs. All right, there you have it. That's everything that's in the treasure chest. All right, let's get to unboxing all the parts that I bought to complete the kit. All right, let's see what the little one's got inside. Okay, looks like these are my servos. Got 3 D845WP high-tech servos. Real quick, let's just open one of these up so you can get a feel for the size of a 5th scale servo. So this is what we're looking at for a 5th scale car. And this is something you would use in a 10 scale, something about this size. Now this is really old. It's been in a box, I think, for 5 or 6 years, but that's the difference in size. 10th scale, 5th scale. And this is the Horizon Hobby Dynamite Kill Switch. That's it. All right, let's get into the bigger box of parts now and see what the rest of this stuff is. Okay, this is our Bartolone engines tuned pipe. This is our Team Losi on-off switch. And these are some charge plugs.
so I can charge the receiver battery. This looks like probably a battery pack. Yep. This is a 7,000 milliamp 2S LiPo battery to be used as the receiver pack. It's a 9,500 RPM clutch spring. And Spectrum receiver. And this is the Zenoa G320 engine that I chose to power this model. And that's it. Nothing left in the box.
This concludes part 1 in this video series. Part 2 will cover the cost of the TLR 5B buggy and the parts required to complete it. Part 2 will also compare the cost of the TLR 5B buggy and its completion parts to that of a Losi 5T 2.0. Part 3 is when we will actually start the build. So if the cost analysis is uninteresting to you, go ahead and skip ahead to part 3 and we'll get into the build at that point. Thanks for tuning in. Have a great day.